Skip happens. Please return Bubbles, your flight attendant, to her fully upright and locked position. Oh, wait a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seat and buckle up. Seat backs and tray tables in their full upright position. It's another episode of Skip Happens.
Your weekly view from 30,000 feet. From the first music lesson to the first paid gig to signing the deal, it's the journey that is the life of an artist. Now, here's your captain and co-captain, a.k.a. your hosts, Skip Clark and Deb Lamphere.
There she is. Hello,
I
Deb.
do that. Hi, how are you? I don't know why I do that.
I've always been asking myself that question too, but I was always too afraid to ask you. Hey, Eric Burgett, you heard it from Burgett. He's with us here tonight.
What's going on, everybody?
Yay!
I love it when these, we've actually become friends over the years, and we're just kind of talking about the years. It was like 2019, or even before that. He came by on a radio tour, and then found out he plays in the area a lot, and then we found out he's putting out a lot of great music. And then we saw him last year at Bar Lines with the girls that were in his video as he performed on stage. And did I get that right? They were, right? Weren't they like?
Yeah. They made it. They made a star appearance.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was definitely a good show. Eric Burgett, what's going on, buddy? It's so good to see you.
Welcome.
Man, it's good to have you back. It's been a while.
It has, man. It seems it's like we go back, man. 2019, I think, was the year I put out my radio single and I went up there.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID.
Then everything freaking stopped, and we kind of, But so what's going on, man? We got together. I know Renee reached out, and I said, yeah, absolutely. I need to catch up with Eric, and I know we're going to see you real soon because we're making a trip to Nashville for some meetings and some fun. But what's going on? You're coming out with a new EP, right? This month.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
The 17th?
Yep. 17th is the drop date. And
St. Patrick's Day.
Cannot wait. It's going to be exciting. I'm taking folks to the more romantic side of country music, I guess. There's a little something for everybody. I'm really excited for that one. So,
but that's what you do. I mean, so everybody knows, if you don't know, Eric is a piano player. He plays the keys. Like on the 88, right? 88 keys? What?
Yes, sir. I figured, the 88s and, piano ballads all the way to what Jerry Lee Lewis did, set the piano on fire. We can do it all.
Ooh, that's an expensive thing.
Almost unheard of in country music.
Yeah. Did you just hear what Deb said? Say it again, Deb.
The piano, it's almost unheard of in country music. I think we've met one other artist that plays the keys, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely, I feel like it definitely sets me apart as a country artist. I grew up playing, I picked up a piano before a guitar, before I even knew what a guitar was. So
Love it. Now, are you still teaching?
I am not. I'm not.
Okay.
Occasionally, like if somebody wants a piano lesson, I'll be like, give me a 30 rack of Bush Light or something, I'll teach you some things. We'll hang out.
I love it. I love it.
21 and over though.
There you go. Yeah.
I'll be PG.
Yeah, there you go. But were you like at Belmont doing something at Belmont? Was it Belmont?
I was. So teaching piano was a big part of my beginning years in Nashville. And first off, I love performing, and that kind of goes hand in hand with teaching in a way, talking to people, connecting with people. And Belmont was where I studied piano when I moved to town, got my grad degree, kind of a little,
dude,
you don't hear many of that, but
it takes up a lot of your time.
I found a very good balance. So I was literally writing during the day, 10 to 3 o'clock, sometimes 4 in the afternoon. And then I'd go take classes from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock at night.
Oh,
and I was dead tired at the end of the day. You better believe I drank some cold ones.
Oh, I'll bet. Probably for a couple of different reasons. It helps you relax a little bit after a long day and just kind of be able to chill. But then again, it kind of tastes good.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Sitting down late at night with a Bush Light, sitting at the piano, thinking of your next hit,
Well, I'll buy you a Bush Light. We'll be at Barlines. That's in the Omni Hotel, but really, we're not going to tell anybody that it's at the Omni Hotel and Barlines is there. But
This Sunday night, right? 8:30, you said?
not
Yep.
Sunday. It's
Or we were just talking about another show I'm playing.
Oh,
no, and
that's Bluebird.
yeah,
Bluebird.
we can talk about that because
Yeah.
Can.
here on Skip Happens, we have nobody but the stars, and we have the up and coming stars. For example, Eric Burgett,
Thank you.
and he is playing the Bluebird. Now, how does one like yourself get into the Bluebird?
Oh man, I'm I gotta say, for me it was a journey, because, and I think a lot of folks do it this way. When you first move to town, you find out when the Bluebird auditions are. You go in and play a verse and a chorus of your song on a Sunday morning. I think Sunday morning that goes late into the Sunday afternoon. They only accept a certain amount of people. One by one, you go on stage, share your verse and chorus. And then you get like a score. And if you get asked to perform on I think it's a Monday night.
Okay.
Monday night or something, they do they feature 5 to 8 songwriters where you go up and play 3 songs for the audience. And they score you then.
Awesome.
The actual
Really
of the Bluebird. And once you play so many of those, you can have your own show, which is where I'm at the last
Dude,
3
that's awesome.
times. So
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And we all know how hard it is to get tickets for the Bluebird, because that is a signature or staple place in Nashville. Like if you go to Nashville and you don't get to get to the Bluebird, you're missing out.
All I know is that I saw it on the television show Nashville, which wasn't really the real Bluebird, but still, kind of gave me an idea what it was like, though. So
I played that one too.
Were you on Nashville? Wait a minute, I don't recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what season, y'all, because there's I don't know how many there are. It's on Hulu or somewhere. It's on. You can still see it. Watch it.
Yeah.
And occasionally, I do want to try to go back and find my episode, but I'd have to go through each episode. I don't want to do that. But I was a piano player on the CMA Awards scene.
Nice.
That was fun. Played in a little performance at the Bluebird stage. The mock-up was an extra in the background a couple times. So
that is so cool.
Yeah.
So you worked with the casting agent to get that role, because those are pretty specific.
I did. I was lucky enough to well, first off, I was just an extra, in the background doing normal stuff, talking silently, whatever. And then I got to meet a musician who was actually paid a little more on the show to do those stints where you had to actually learn the song and everything. And I got my name got thrown in the hat. They needed somebody one day, and I did a couple episodes as a piano player with a mohawk.
That is so cool.
With a mohawk.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna
that
look
so
for
we
you
see
now.
that. I know it's going to be you then.
You would not know a thing. So I don't have that mohawk anymore.
No. But I mean, when I go to look at those episodes, if I get some time and kind of go through that. So.
Yeah, you'll see me in the stage lights and light shining and everything.
Yeah,
playing tickling the ivories, man. So
I love it, Eric. This is your journey, and you've got this EP coming out. Can you tell us a little bit more about this EP? What are we going to hear on that EP? You said you're getting a little more romantic.
Yeah, so you could say, this collection of songs, there's 6 tracks on it. There's all your, whether you're looking for love, whether you're, you fall in love for the first time, whether you're getting married, whether you're standing by that person that you care a lot about in tough times, there's something for everybody, I think, in terms of, what love can be or what love isn't right now. You're looking for it maybe, so that's kind of what this EP is geared towards. And there's, like I said, 6 tracks, and each tune, has piano in the center of it, which I'm really excited about, because this is the first project that I will have put out that hasn't really put piano in the forefront for me. And I'm a piano artist,
Yeah, I was going to say, why would that be? I mean, because you do, yeah, you're a piano artist. You've got it down. It just kind of surprises me that your other projects, that the piano wasn't in the forefront.
Yeah, so early on, I did an EP called "Pass It On," and we had some piano, we had keyboards primarily. We had like a Wurlitzer,
Mhm.
a clavichord. So we had keyboard instruments, but you might not have necessarily like thought, oh, he's a piano player. He's a piano player by hearing those, And quite frankly, this is my second EP, so it's a collection of songs which all feature, some keys in there all together, which is really cool to me. And live piano is such a real thing for me. I definitely play piano in my live shows, so I think we wanted to go a little different direction and actually go that direction with the tracks. And hey, piano player, let's go.
It's funny you talk about the piano. I can remember the first time that you came by the radio station. And I really didn't know much of anything about you at that time. I just knew that there was an artist coming by, and here you are with this big thing on your shoulders. Come walking out, I go, it doesn't look like a guitar case. I wonder what this guy does. Maybe it's a steel. I don't know. No, it was a keyboard.
Yeah.
And I remember we set it up in the studio and everything, and it was just so cool. So cool.
Thanks, man. Thank you. That was a really fun time. I had a blast. It's good. It's been good getting to know you over these years, Skip. So
exactly. And now you take your stuff on the road, and I know you have a home away from home here in central New York as well, correct?
I do, man. I do. That place is very special to me. First off, I started touring there like early on, and just got to know folks that were just like me, like they're farmers, they're farm kids. To me, and you all live in there. You might think I'm crazy saying this, but it looks a lot like the Midwest, except just more hills.
And if I'm not mistaken, was that out towards like Cato? I don't know how many people, people view this from all around the world, but we're in central New York. So
it's definitely Cato.
And, okay.
Like Martville and Red Creek areas are all kind of right there. Meridian.
Do you realize people are going, where the hell is that? And they're pulling up their Google Maps right now to look up Cato.
Like, how does this
Cato's pretty popular, though. It's got that big, beautiful school there, Cato.
It looks like a...
Yes, that's right.
It's beautiful. It is.
It's beautiful. I've never been inside, but looking from the outside, it's amazing. So fill us in a little bit. You are from there, or did you just have family there, or what's the relationship?
I call them my second family. They're friends. I go hunting up in those parts.
Okay.
Once a year, when I can make it up there. It's usually, right before Thanksgiving. We do the trip and then make our way back through Illinois, where my family farms. And I feel like more times, and every time I go up there, I just gain more fans. And there's a lot of business up there. I like it. A lot of friendships and special people. So,
and they love your music. They love country music.
I'm grateful.
And they love it all. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, your hometown is what, Eric?
Latham, Illinois. Latham, Illinois. Great small town.
Okay. And if we were to drive into your hometown right now, what's the first thing I'm going to see?
You're going to see green neon surrounding a grain bin. It's a bar called the Corn Crib. My
I was going to go there. Yes, you're reading my mind. Because I know your family had that. The Corn Crib was your bar.
Yeah, it's a lighthouse, man. You're going to be on Route 121.
Yeah.
You'll see it from miles away. You'll see this green curving thing in the distance, and it's like, what is that? You just keep, don't get distracted. Make sure you make it there because there's some turns and stuff. You get there, and it's the Corn Crib, man. Big neon sign, neon rings around the grain bin.
Now, the family still own it?
My family does not.
Okay.
It's definitely a big part of our history, but so pre-COVID, we were leasing it out to a couple owners and stuff, and my parents farm and they run a greenhouse business. So
what kind of farming do they do?
Things get busy. We're corn and soybean farmers.
Oh, wow.
Corn and soybean farmers.
Wait, in Illinois?
Illinois, yep.
Is there enough warm weather there to do that, I guess? I guess there is. It's kind of like New York.
Deb, we have
New
corn
York.
here. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
y'all
Yeah,
have your
I know.
seasons.
Yeah.
And we have ours, and our harvest season is probably maybe a little earlier than yours.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, but could be
Are
different.
they still farming, did you say?
Yep, still farming. It's been a crazy year. We lost my dad back in the fall.
Oh, I'm sorry.
2022. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we're taking every day, and just remembering him and honoring him.
Mhm.
Harvest was tough, but we got through
Mhm.
it and realized there's a lot more work to be done.
Yeah. And always
So
watching
you-
down on you too when you do that,
Yeah.
and you need to do it, and you're going to do it right, and it's for him. So
Yep,
very
absolutely.
cool. Very cool.
Are you still there? Are you still living there and helping with the farm?
I have
Or-
the luxury of going up during harvest season.
Okay.
My brothers put in 90% of the work.
Okay.
Definitely give them all the credit. Like I said, I have a luxury of just hopping up there for a day or two, hopping on the combine and cutting some corn. But they do the ins and outs, changing the oil, tires.
Wait a minute. Whoa. You're a musician,
Mm-hmm.
but you're hopping on the combine. I realize your family's been they do the farming and all that, the corn and soybean. But how long have you been in Nashville? So you've been away from all that, except you said you go home during the harvest, but still.
Yeah. And I'll frequent trips up there, and sometimes I might book an acoustic show at a bar nearby that like
The corn
also
crib.
gets me up. Yeah, absolutely. It just reopened. I know we didn't talk a whole lot about okay, my family owned it, but then now it's under new ownership and
Cool.
It's going strong again. I go up and visit during harvest season, and that's it's great for me. I love it. I get with it, get with my roots. I think of song ideas. I clear my head. Be with family.
Is it easier to play the keys or drive the combine?
Gosh, I would say I'm thinking a lot about things because turning at the end row, lifting the corn head and everything. I still go back and I'm like, okay, I gotta slow things down a little bit, lift the corn head, swing around, reposition, but GPS kind of does some of that now these days.
Artificial intelligence is now running the combine.
To be honest, but
Yeah.
I would say keys. I do it it feels so natural to me, man.
No, tell everybody I know we've talked about this before, and I want to get back to your EP a little bit, but there's two different size keyboards, right? Am I correct by saying that you've got the 88 and then there's another bigger, smaller, what?
I'll say there's probably a couple there are a couple. So you have your 88s, but you also have your 76ers and your and sometimes 12 keys if you're doing a small project, I guess.
12 keys. That's like a baby piano.
It's a baby piano. You just USB it right into your laptop. There's all sorts of things.
No kidding.
And there's iPhone keyboards, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I've seen that. We play around on it with these different apps and you get that. Do you do that? When you're
don't.
No, I was just kind of curious if you kind of sit watching the game or something. You go, I think I'll.
It would definitely be my last resort. I'll say if I was stranded on an island, what would I do? Well, I probably wouldn't have a phone if I don't know.
That's right. It'll die out after.
Yeah. The battery would be dead if you did have one, and you probably have no service. So you know. Yeah. But in Cato, I don't know if they have service, but I'm just saying.
I
was trying to be funny, so I hope nobody takes that the wrong way.
I love that area up there, man. It's just like I said, it reminds me of home. Yeah, cell phone service cutting out in the middle of the cornfield. That's great.
There you go. GPS went out. Which way do I turn? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just lost my train of thought thinking about the combine and the GPS.
Yeah, we were talking about keyboards.
Yeah, we're talking about the keyboards and the different sizes, even the baby, I call it a baby piano because, just being little kids growing up and I had daughters, I remember getting them this little baby piano type of thing. But, why music? Why is this something, is it in the family or it's something you just took upon yourself? I know you've taken it far, you know, the Belmont thing and helping others out. Now you're writing, you're playing the Bluebird, but what got you started in music?
Man, I was 4 years old. 4 years old, just a farm kid, right on the tractor with my dad. And my brother Elliot, he's a couple years older than I am, and he hopped on the piano one day. He was playing some Beach Boys stuff. I think it was "Come Go With Me." Come go, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
Yep.
Del Vikings did that originally. I'm just saying, but go ahead.
Yes. Was it a Beach Boys tune though? Eventually.
No, I think the Beach Boys did that too. I think a lot of the groups way back in the day, Adele was bum 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 bum.
Sure.
Yeah.
Gosh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a radio guy. I can't, you know, and
Yeah.
you're probably going, what the hell is he doing?
Sorry, man. I could go on forever and just like think. I just remember that moment like it was yesterday, where I like walked in the living room, and Elliot was playing this song, and it was out of a Beach Boys book, like Five Finger stuff, and then I hopped on the piano and started playing what he was playing, and just by ear, because I had never taken lessons, and he was already taking lessons and stuff, and then I would just plunk out little melodies I'd hear from the radio that I'd hear on the tractor. Hop from the tractor seat to the piano bench, play this song by ear that like heard from like George Strait or something, or Jerry Lee Lewis.
And you played it all by ear?
I did.
Wow.
So
see, that's a talent in itself. I'm sorry, but if somebody can pick it up and just play it.
I don't know what it was, man, but like I saw this map of keys in front of me, this map of buttons in front of me, and I started like playing a note and then seeing how it relates to the next note and the next note, and then put them together, and like and then my parents, I think they were like, man, you could take piano lessons if you want, and I did, and I started taking classical lessons, and I started to have a passion for reading music and learning music from like Beethoven or Bach and Mozart.
Wow.
Amazing.
And you go into country music, which is kind of cool.
Man, thank you. It's been a journey, and basically just using music in all facets of my life, whether it's teaching or playing at church, playing a rock and country show.
Where would you say is in Nashville, let's say, have you played the Opry? Have you been able to get on that stage or bang on the keys and just look around and go, wow?
Man, I back in February of 2022, I played on the Grand Ole Opry stage as a piano player, and I think it was like a weird moment for me, because I was like, okay, God knew my first step to play the Opry stage was as a piano player.
Yeah,
because that's a big part of me, and then he's gonna show me now I'm playing it as a piano.
Exactly.
And so I'm part of a nonprofit. I work with a nonprofit called Creative Events.
Love it. Okay.
They did there was a special that was filmed at the Grand Ole Opry. We were on the Kelly Clarkson show, and I was the pianist for a song that was written with some veterans who were dealing with post-trauma, battle trauma and stuff.
Right. PS
combat trauma.
Yeah.
And Kelly Clarkson featured the group on as part of their Salute the Military Week, and so I was the piano player for that, and it was really cool. It was really cool. I just looked up there, and it was an empty auditorium, because this was like privately filmed and then aired later. Right. But there was really nothing like it. Like just like being on that stage and then seeing all the padded pews, the seats, and knowing that someday,
Yeah,
I think
that's what I was saying in the beginning. When you get that opportunity to just without the people in the seats, and you just sit there and like in this case where you're recording a show, you just kind of look around and go, wow, and here I am. I'd be like, ding, ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Yep.
And then listen for the what does it sound like? Ding, ding.
Dun,
It's so
dun,
cool.
dun, dun. Yeah.
I love it. What about all your being an independent artist? You do all your own bookings and pay the guys in the band. You do all that yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I do a lot of that. I pay all the guys and all that. But
Yeah.
as far as booking goes, my team and I we farm out the work amongst each other. I might pick up a show opportunity here, or my manager might pick up an opportunity here. Someone reaches out, or or Renee might,
Mhm.
with
I love
PR
Renee,
stuff.
by the way.
She's great. She's
Renee and
Mhm.
Nancy and everybody at Grassroots who Deb and I have gotten to know over the years. It's just great people. I knew both of them from way back in the day.
Sure.
And,
I wouldn't have met you if it weren't for Grassroots.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So
Absolutely.
come along.
And Deb and I have maintained that relationship with them, and a radio station is gone to somewhat of a different level now, which is a good thing. But still, because of our relationship with people like Renee and Nancy and Grassroots, we get to get you, people like you, on this podcast and give you the exposure that you need, that you probably wouldn't get in other places.
100%, man.
But I know Deb's got such a passion and a dedication for the format, and so do I. And it's people like you, and I'm not just saying this, it's people like you that need to be heard, that need to be seen, that they just all the way around. And that's and that's
Well,
the
thank y'all.
independence. It's so very important. So very
Thank you
important.
so much. I'm super grateful, and y'all have been really good to me. So
Okay, we gotta go. Goodbye. No, just
go drink the rest of your coffee.
I know. How do you know it's coffee? Maybe it's not. It's in a Nashville mug.
Sorry, I can't assume.
No,
Because
but you're right.
He's prepping for bar lines.
Oh yeah,
secretly.
dude.
You're priming, man. You're getting ready.
Yeah, because I heard this Eric Burgett. You heard it with Burgett?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait.
On fire.
Yep.
So I messed up though, because before when I mentioned about the Sunday show, we got off on the tangent with Bluebird. So when are you playing at Bar Lines?
Yes. So Bar Lines is Wednesday of next week at 8:30.
Okay, that's right. Oh, I did. Okay, so I got that.
Now we're talking about everything.
Are you bringing the
watching
girls?
this, listening. We've been. We'll bring him for you, Skip.
Okay.
We'll bring him for you.
How old are these girls? I need to know.
Never mind, Eric. Let's just move on with this. No, just
My
kidding.
turn to interview.
So well, go ahead. Here you go. Let's talk a little bit more about the EP. And are you going to be doing videos? Did you do a video shoot for what you're releasing a single as well? Correct.
Yeah. So the
Okay.
title track is called Haymaker.
Okay.
Same name as the EP. Like I said, 6 songs.
Yeah. Right.
What else were you asking? I'm sorry.
What about a video shoot for that?
Video shoot. This is really cool because my wife and I, first off, my last single, we filmed the You're My Hometown music video up in the whereabouts near y'all.
Okay.
But anyway, we put that music video out. We filmed it, produced it ourselves, edited it and everything. I do all my own content. So we're like, let's just keep it going. And it was really easy.
That's talent.
Yeah.
You make it sound so easy. I try to edit. I have to talk to you after.
You can, totally. I'm happy to
Because
spread the good.
I'm
vibes.
trying to learn how to do that, and I'm just struggling.
Deb, when do you have
do it.
time?
You know what?
Just saying.
I'll have to tell you a funny story later.
Okay, afterwards. All right, we'll do that. I'll tell you, there's a silo in
This is
Cato.
about Eric now.
There's a
Mhm.
silo out there, and it says Eric Burgett was here, way up towards the top. So
Come on.
I'm kidding. But let's do
better
it. Somebody needs to do that.
There needs to be. I hope a lot of folks, when they hear this podcast, y'all out there, Cato folks, Meridian, Markville, Red Creek, we have a whole nation out there.
Did you tell them you were going to be on tonight?
I told my buddy, one of my buddies, but no, I didn't. I'm sorry.
They can go back and listen.
I told him to spread the
listen
word, though.
and/or
Yeah,
watch
no.
later.
We'll tag all this. This all goes up, and you get tagged. Everybody gets tagged, and we can take care of that. So
You
now,
better believe I'm going to be sharing it.
that's awesome.
I
That's
told
awesome.
him to spread the news, so.
Yeah. So the EP's out on the 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. By the way, it'll go with your John Deere hat, which is
Lucky.
John Deere green,
go.
baby. Yeah. and you got 6 tracks on that. If somebody wanted to get it at that time, can they go to your website or maybe the digital service providers? And speaking of that, it kind of takes me in the direction here. I know I'm all over the place, and I'll get yelled at for it later. But
yeah.
Just saying, right? But no. When I think about that though, and being online, do you do all your own social media?
I do. I've done it so many times. I've done it for so long.
Yeah.
I've learned everything from like just being personal with people with a picture or whatever, like saying, "Hey, how's your weekend? Let me know what you're doing, or what are you drinking?" To scheduling videos to go out when I need to. But more than anything, just doing that kind of stuff helps me respond to people quicker.
Yeah.
And, it takes a lot of work.
And do you have a favorite? Do you like to, is it, Instagram, or are you going with TikTok or
I like
Facebook,
my website personally.
Yeah.
No, I do. I love it all. I love it all.
You notice I didn't say much on that, but the website, of course, is a great opportunity. But you got to think of everybody that's looking you up, and they're going to check you out on TikTok and Instagram.
Absolutely.
And with all the shorts and the reels and all that stuff that's going on online. And
no, I do. I use them all very equally. And I've gotten to the point where like I feel like maybe this kind of post, like me playing with my dogs and talking to my dogs or something, might go better on TikTok but lately I've just been throwing it on the same. I've been doing Facebook, hitting them all with it because it all does the same thing.
Cool.
Yeah, not everybody looks at everything.
Right.
Like I don't look at TikTok, but I'll look at Facebook and Instagram, and then you got the people that are TikTok fanatics, and they could care less about some of the other things. So, do you find that because you're doing the whole business side as well, do you think it will be hard someday to let go of some of those responsibilities? Because I know I'm a control freak, and once I start doing something, it's very, very hard for me to hand it over.
I don't want to think about that right now because I always want to throw a post up of my dogs or something. Like, I don't know how that would go. Like or maybe my manager says, "Hey, Eric, record something stupid with your dogs and send it to me." And then he'll post it or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, maybe give up 50% of that. Like they post
maybe
certain things, and I can always post I can always do that. But, I think it'll be a good day though, overall, because that means I'm at the point, like I'm doing what I love, like 100% of the time, performing, and
there you go.
It lets me do things like this all day, every day.
Yeah, that's cool. That just being able to do this and only this. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of artists can't do that now. It gets kind of crazy. In the pandemic, I don't know if we talked after the pandemic. I don't know. It's been a little bit, but anyways, how did all that work out for you? Were you able to get things done and put a lot of songs in the closet, so to speak, and just save them for later?
I definitely had my work cut out for me during that time, because I did. I probably laid down, I don't know how many hundreds of voice memos on my phone. There's probably still a bunch on there unwritten, which you just kind of remind me I need to go back through that log and think.
About 10 years worth of songs there.
But you can never have too many.
Right.
Nope.
I did write a lot. A lot on Zoom.
Yep.
That was tough because I'm such like a in the room guy. I love feeling the energy. So I will say during those times, it did help me prep for things like this. And I've been in the room with you, Skip. So I feel like I'm there right now. And,
hey, and you come through. I mean, you guys got to stop by because I bring it right into the studio here.
Yeah, so, absolutely. I'll let you know when I'm back up there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Well, it'll probably be about November when do you hunt deer?
Yeah.
Or do you hunt? Okay.
Yep.
So
deer hunt.
Deer hunt. Turkey?
Not turkey. I haven't hunted turkey before, but yeah, deer. I just brought back a buck that I got this last November, and I still have meat from the last year.
Wow. Do you got any heads hanging on the wall?
Not yet. I'm waiting on the trophy. I'm waiting. I should have it probably. It takes a little longer to do a mount.
Oh, so you already got one. You got one with a nice rack, and it's out
Yeah.
getting done.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
I let's see. Yeah, got it in November. Think I'll have it in like June-ish.
Is it going to go in the living room?
My wife and I are talking about that. I said I
That's
wanted it
what
right
I
above
was
the
gonna
bed, but she
Yeah, I think I'd have some issues with that.
I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool.
I think so too. Like, what up, bud?
Yeah.
Be like, close your eyes.
But
So-
maybe I'll bring you some deer meat. Would that be weird if I just walk into bar lines with deer meat?
Yeah, we can't get that home. We
From your
can't bring it to
homeland.
bar lines.
Yeah, I don't know how that would go over.
I'll figure
Save
it
it for
out.
when you come in November.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
I'm all about sharing the harvest. So
Okay.
Well, if you come up earlier, you can bring some. We'll do a little cookout.
okay,
Fry.
I'd love to.
We'd
That'd be
cook
awesome.
it up, some onions and some peppers, and oh yeah, a little beef.
You like
stew.
jalapenos?
Oh yeah. Bring those
Woo!
too. So what is talking about that? What's your recipe when you cook up some venison?
Oh, I love. So I'm a spicy guy, so I love a lot
Okay.
of spice to begin with. But if I wasn't going heavy on the spice, I'd probably go with more like garlic herb.
Okay.
Get the gaminess kind of like out of it, however way I can. And I've heard a lot of folks will soak it in salt water over
Oh really?
like a night or two.
Yeah.
To drain out some of the pull out some of the gamey flavor. But more than anything, spicy, man. Nashville.
Yeah, that'll take care of it, right, Deb? Deb's a venison eater.
Yeah. No?
You know what? I gotta be honest with you. I've never had it.
Really?
And I heard it's delicious, and I love steak, and I love burgers, and I eat turkey and chicken and all that. I'm afraid to eat venison. I think it's a mental thing.
You know,
Yeah,
ahead.
if somebody just threw a piece of beef on what looked like beef on your plate, you probably wouldn't know the difference. And then afterwards, you go, you know what you just ate, Deb?
Right. I mean, I'm sure I would be fine with it once I ate it, but to know that I'm eating it is just. But I mean, like my dad has made it, and like because he
No,
used
that's
to
true.
hunt, and he would make it and stuff, and he would eat it, and I probably had it when I was younger, and I just don't even remember. So,
very possible.
but I heard it's very good.
You can do all sorts of things. Meatballs. We mix. We did like half beef or part beef, part venison burgers. I mean, you could do a couple things. If it's more of an acquired thing for you, feed it in slowly. And
Do you realize this podcast just went from talking to an artist? Now we're talking to a hunter, and we're talking about cooking up game meat. So, I mean,
he's so multi-talented.
I mean,
All
we
things
just turned the
considered.
corner with this.
Yeah.
all
And we're-
things
you know,
considered.
But here's the deal: the way I look at it, we can cook up the venison listening to Eric Burgett, his EP. We can just have it cranked, and there you go. And we've got it all covered. So
Heck yeah.
it's
Heck
cool.
yeah.
All right, so I was going to get back to this. How, if somebody wants to get a hold of your music, they can download it on the day it's going to drop on the 17th. And
Yeah,
it's all gonna be there.
absolutely.
Okay.
I think it would be cool if any of y'all listening out there would pre-save it. You
Okay.
can pre-save it beforehand. You'll automatically get 4 of the songs because they were previous releases. But the 2 brand new ones, Haymaker, and we have another one called Right in Front of You, which is a really cool, really shows off the piano and everything. That comes out on the 17th too. So
wow, how cool! Are you really going to set it on fire?
hey, give me some Fireball. I might do something fun with Fireball or something. Might as well promote Tennessee whiskey in any way I can.
I don't know. Yeah, well, there'll be enough of that going on, I'm sure. So
Bar
I love
lines.
peanut butter whiskey is like the only. Well, I do like Fireball whiskey. That and peanut butter whiskey. I just kind of acquired a taste for peanut butter whiskey.
So now we've gone from cooking up the game meat to what are we going to wash it down with?
Hey,
That's right.
I'm all about liquid red hots.
That's right.
Fireball. It's all good. Eric Burgett. You heard it with Burgett. Go grab the music if you can. Check it out. The new EP is going to drop on the 17th. So excited about that. Eric and I have been talking for a little bit now, and we know each other. We're not just saying that. It's cool. He comes to town. We usually touch base, either a text or whatever. I know we were texting before and you wanted me to come out to a show, but I had something going on and it was just kind of crazy. But we're going to see you real soon, and we can talk about maybe getting you up here even before hunting season and get you out in front of a bunch of fans.
That'd be cool, man. That'd be really cool. I always love being up there with y'all, and thank you for meeting with me and chatting and hanging. So
always.
Pleasure.
Always. Oh, so make sure, I don't know if you've done this yet, but if you haven't subscribed to Skip Happens on YouTube, please do that. Just, it's at youtube.com at Skip Happens. Deb's got her stuff to tell you about if you haven't heard.
The Country Music Fan Club. So if you get a chance, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And Eric, if you get a chance, follow us as well. We'll follow you back. So this way, when you have new music out, we will definitely push it out to our member base as well. Get some new exposure out there.
Yeah, I see my buddy Tony Gross is on. And Tony manages Claudia Heuser. And Claudia is just so good. I don't know. Have you heard of her? She's in Rochester.
I don't know.
But she is hitting the road and doing some really good things. And
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. But Tony is good and with Claudia and just a good guy to get to know. So
cool. Awesome.
All right. Okay, kids, time to go. I got to refill. If you know what I mean. Refill
your coffee.
My coffee. Yeah, it's coffee. It's coffee. Eric, it's always a pleasure, man. We'll see you real soon. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on Skip Happens tonight.
See
y'all, everybody. Good night. Here we go.